This is going to be very interesting. I've always wanted to do this chess video, and it's not what you think. This is about us, the Christian God, and the devil. Now, you can see for yourself that sin and suffering exists. And if sin and suffering exists, that means that the Christian God and the devil also exist. That's all the proof you ever need. If one exists, then the other exists also. Or if the two things exist, then the other two must also accompany them, like a package. Many people say, why does suffering exist? Why? Why does this continue? Why? I'll tell you why. Listen to me. Listen and tell others. We have free will. And we must use that free will to choose. Our mission right now is to choose either the Christian God or the devil. You see, there's a conflict. A long time ago, the devil made a wager with God, with the Christian God. The devil told him, I bet that everyone will choose me in the end instead of you. I'll bet I can get more people to choose my side instead of your side. And so the Christian God does everything he can to get as many people to choose his side, because otherwise all those people are going to the lake of fire. You see, when the Christian God, when Jesus Christ sacrificed himself on the cross and rose from the dead, this means that everyone who chooses him in the future can have eternal life. But the devil, who did not sacrifice himself for the wicked, cannot offer them anything except eternal destruction. And that's the difference. Christ sacrificed himself for his people and rose from the dead. This means that resurrection and eternal life are possible and guaranteed for those who choose Christ. But the devil did not sacrifice himself for his people and did not resurrect himself. And thus he cannot offer anyone eternal life, only eternal destruction. Think of it like a presidential election. It's literally like a presidential election. There are only two candidates, the Christian God and the devil. And everyone must use their free will to choose either one candidate or the other, so that everyone may be rewarded or punished accordingly, based on the choices they made in the past. It's like a chess game. Look at this chess game. The white pieces represent Christ and his kingdom, the angels, the saints, and the dark pieces represent Satan, the devil, and his demons, fallen angels, and wicked people. And everyone must choose either one side or the other side, light or dark, good or evil, heaven or hell, heaven or the lake of fire, eternal life or eternal destruction. Just as the white pieces here have an advantage over the dark ones and are beating them, so will the Christian God beat the forces of darkness, Satan's forces. You see, everyone must use their free will right now, before time runs out, to choose either Satan or Christ. Everyone who chooses Christ will get eternal rewards and wonders. And everyone who chooses the devil will get eternal destruction and horror. Everyone must choose either the Christian God or the devil, so that when everything is over, everyone can get eternal rewards or eternal punishments based on the choices which they made in the past. The Christian God is letting all of this happen. He's allowing all of this suffering to take place so that people can choose Him instead of the devil. And when He's had enough, enough is enough. So you're gonna make that choice right now before He decides enough is enough. I've waited long enough. It's time to end this game. You have to choose now. I'm telling you, time is running out. It's so true. This life is literally a chess game between God and Satan. Everyone who chooses the devil and this world is doomed. And everyone who chooses Christ is saved or can be saved. There is still time. What else? What else? Anything else? Anything else I could add? Yes, suffering exists, but also free will exists. The two are not incompatible right now, because we have to use our free will to choose a master, Christ or the devil. That's why all of this is still going on and is allowed to go on, so that everyone can make a choice, and so everyone can be punished or rewarded based on that choice. It's as simple as that. Everyone who goes to hell, it's their fault, because they chose this world or the devil instead of Christ. This world is Satan's kingdom right now. There are only two masters, Satan or Christ, and everyone has to choose a master. Everyone has to choose a chess side. It's the same in chess. Absolute black and absolute white. Absolute light and absolute darkness. There is no place for neutrality, at least not now. There is no third option, there is no middle option. At least not now. Maybe not ever, but not until this entire war is over. Not until this chess war is over. All of this suffering is allowed to take place so that everyone may choose. Satan or Christ, heaven or hell. Anyone who doesn't choose Christ will unknowingly choose this world or the devil, one way or another, consciously or unconsciously, willingly or unwillingly, whether they realize it or not, but most won't realize it, because it's that seductive. It's so seductive that you don't realize it. Please listen and choose now. This chess game I'm showing you is just a small demonstration of the true war going on right now, and which will escalate in the Battle of Armageddon. There is going to be a Battle of Armageddon. You can bet your life on it. Even your soul on it, but don't bet your soul. All of this is allowed to continue until the Christian God decides enough is enough. So everyone must choose now until the time of choosing comes to an end. And before the time of choosing comes to an end, comes to a halt. Everyone must choose now, Christ or Satan, light or dark, so that one side may be eternally rewarded and the other eternally punished accordingly, based on the choices each side made in the past, which is right now. So choose now. Hurry. Hurry, hurry.